Today, we're diving into the ocean to meet 5 animals with abilities so wild you'll swear I made them up, but every single one is real. Killer whale, orca. This black and white giant with the sneaky grin is a killer whale. And get this, it's actually the biggest member of the dolphin family. Orcas can grow up to 32 feet long. That's as long as a school bus. They live in tight family groups called pods, and pod members stick together their whole lives. Orcas talk to each other using clicks and whistles, and here's the wow part. Different pods actually have their own dialects, kind of like accents. Guess what else? Every orca has a unique white patch near its eye, just like a fingerprint. No two are exactly alike. Orcas also use echolocation, bouncing sound off objects to see in dark water. And even though they're called killer whales, they're actually super gentle and playful with their own pod mates. Moms even teach their calves special hunting tricks, passing down knowledge like a family recipe. Whoa, right? From one ocean giant, let's swim over to an even bigger one. Speaking of giants, this gentle blue-gray marvel is a blue whale, the largest animal to ever exist on Earth, bigger than any dinosaur. Its heart alone is about the size of a small car. Can you believe that? Its tongue can weigh as much as an elephant. But here's the myth bust. Even though it's enormous, the blue whale eats some of the tiniest food in the ocean. Tiny shrimp-like creatures called krill. It can gulp thousands of pounds of krill in a single day. Blue whales also make some of the loudest sounds of any animal, and their calls can travel for hundreds of miles underwater. That means a blue whale in one part of the ocean might talk to a friend far, far away. A newborn blue whale calf drinks an incredible amount of milk each day and gains weight faster than almost any other animal on the planet. Guess what happens next? From the biggest animal in the ocean, let's flatten things out with a much smaller but sneakier swimmer. This flat, kite-shaped glider is a stingray, and it has a superpower most people get totally wrong. Stingrays are close cousins of sharks. But instead of swimming, they seem to fly through the water by flapping their wide fins like wings. They love to bury themselves in the sand, using camouflage to blend right in. Here's the myth bust. People think stingrays attack on purpose, but actually that tail barb is only used for defense if the stingray feels stepped on or threatened. It would much rather just swim away. Stingrays even have taste buds on their skin to help them find food buried in the sand. Some of their relatives, called electric rays, can produce a mild electric shock to stun prey. As long as you give them space, stingrays are calm, curious, and surprisingly gentle. Speaking of calm and gentle, let's drift over to an animal that barely has to try at all. Jellyfish. This squishy, see-through blob pulsing through the water is a jellyfish. And here's a fact that blows kids' minds every time. Jellyfish don't have a brain, a heart, or bones. None at all. They're made of almost 95% water, which is why they look practically invisible in the sea. Jellyfish have been drifting through oceans for more than 500 million years. That's way before dinosaurs even existed. Some jellyfish can glow in the dark using a trick called bioluminescence. And here's the wow fact. One tiny species called the immortal jellyfish can actually reverse its own aging process and start life all over again. Scientists are still amazed by that one. Jellyfish use stinging tentacles to catch food, and some species can grow tentacles over 100 feet long, longer than a blue whale. They can't swim against strong currents, so mostly they just drift wherever the ocean takes them. From a drifter with no home base, let's meet a tiny fish that has found the coziest home in the whole ocean. This small orange and white striped fish is a clownfish, and it has one of the most surprising partnerships in the ocean. Clownfish live inside sea anemones, whose tentacles can sting most other fish. But clownfish are covered in a special slimy coating that makes them immune, so the anemone becomes their safe little house. In return, the clownfish chases away predators and cleans up leftover food, so both animals help each other out. Clownfish usually live in small groups with one clear leader. And here's the wow fact. Clownfish can actually change from male to female as they grow. Guess what happens next? If the group's leader ever leaves, the next clownfish in line can transform to take over. Clownfish are brave, too, feisty enough to dart out and defend their anemone home from fish many times their size. Just like an orca's tight-knit pod, this little fish knows that having a loyal home base makes all the difference. So there you have it. From a school bus-sized orca to a fish smaller than your hand, the ocean is packed with animals doing things you'd never believe. Thanks so much for exploring with us today. Swim on back soon for another wild ocean adventure.